Good evening, good people. Coming on to talk to you guys about love. I hardly ever do videos on love because it's a very touchy subject. You know, some people think they have it, some people don't know what it is, some people don't believe in it at all, some people have been hurt by it, some people have it, so I just stay away from it, and I tend to dwell more on the spiritual journey and how you can do things to just make sure you are leveling up yourself from a spiritual aspect. But I don't know, Venus told me to come on today and talk about love. Okay, talk about love and how we can become more magnetic for it and to it and with it. Okay, so and this is not just partnership love, which I will be focusing this on that, but this is even if you lack it within thyself. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have heard 1,000 times, not just through me, but through other practitioners and spiritualists, life coaches, advisors, counselors, whatever, that there's no way you're going to attract true love if you don't truly love yourself. So I am a firm believer of loving yourself in the utmost and almost to a selfish, bougie degree. And it doesn't mean that you're selfish. It doesn't mean that you're bougie. It just means that you love yourself so much that you put yourself first, and you're not going to allow anybody to not treat you how you treat you. Okay, so a lot of people lack that, and that's why they're in relationships that are lackadaisical. Okay, and it lacks luster. You may be in a relationship with somebody who does not fulfill you, and most times when that's the case, it's because you don't even know how to fulfill you. So you pour all your cups out trying to fulfill someone and never ever get that in return. So tonight I'm going to show a very simple love spell that you can do. Okay, we are upon the new moon in Aquarius, so no better time than now to work on calling in a new, fresh, vibrant love, whether it be love for thyself or an actual new love that's going to come in from someone else. Okay, either way, this is going to put you on the vibration of love. Now, I spoke about us being on this 7-year, and again, a lot of spiritualists, a lot of metaphysics, a lot of metaphysicians, a lot of astrologists, anybody that's in tune with the cosmos, anybody in alignment with numerology, on any form of mysticism, has been talking about this 2023 year, this 7-year, this 7 vibration. I've already spoken on it on one aspect, but I'm also going to connect it to this particular vid, because the 7 house from the zodiac wheel is the Libra's house, and the Libra's house is all about partnership. It's about marriages. It's about partnering up. Okay, it's the awareness of other people and the other people that you need in your life, you being available to other people. It's all things partnership. So we're all moving in the 7th house energy as well, which is Libra's house, a very balanced, copacetic energy. Okay, I believe that everybody, I normally say a few of you, but everybody this year will be put in a position where they're going to need someone or be needed by someone. Okay, and if you are moving in a hurt, unhealed energy, you're not going to be good for that person, and that person can't give you what they have been assigned to come into your life and give you. Okay, so it's really important that no matter what we go through, that each time we level up from any experience, once you level up, you have to make sure you reconnect with the spirit of love, okay? Because just because you're leveling up doesn't automatically mean that you're still connected to that highest vibration, okay? Sometimes things can happen to you and you'll get over them, but if you don't actually call back in the vibration of love, you won't have it. You will, well, and it won't even be that you'll think you'll have it. You'll know you don't have it, but you'll be so enthralled with some of the other things that you do have going on in your life that you'll turn around and look and be like, oh wait, I'm missing a very key component. I don't feel love. I don't have love. I don't feel loving. I don't feel lovable. I don't feel loved, and I'm incapable of giving it. Okay. So you have to, just as much money magic as everybody does, just as much protection magic as everybody does, because everybody's always calling in money, cars, clothes, houses. You know, the material stuff is always on the front line. Everybody's always reaching out, calling out for that stuff. But it's not a lot of people calling out for love and staying in alignment with it and making sure that anytime you endure and encounter and experience something that removes you from love, that you know how to get back in alignment with it, okay? So I just want to come on, show something very simple that anybody can do, man or woman. Very simple. I know men are probably going to cringe a little bit because it's seemingly feminine, but guess what? Love is a feminine energy. So don't be afraid of that. And if you are incapable of giving love, men, it's because you're not in tune with your feminine side. And ladies, if you are incapable of giving love, you're not in tune with your feminine side. You move about throughout the day, throughout the years, throughout the months in a very hard, masculine, unhealed energy, okay? Some of y'all ain't healed, and that's just the truth, okay? And you assume that a good man or a good woman is what's going to heal you, but that's the farthest from the truth, okay? A person that's already healed, a person that's already full of love is not going to take on your baggage. Is not going to stay and they may, let me take that back because this is not definitive, but I will say this, and this is definitive. You can drain a person who is coming in the door with love. And if they are aware that you're draining them because you lack the ability to give and receive, they're going to leave. Okay? They're going to leave. The universe can only send you, it'll send you help, but if it sees that you're not recognizing the help, then it's going to create an opening for that help to leave. Because when the universe sends us help, it doesn't send that help for you to abuse it, misuse it, and mistreat it. It sends it in hopes that you will recognize that it is something valuable and good, and clearly you must be in alignment with it, or the universe would not have sent it to you. But if you don't recognize it, then the universe will also open a door and let that good man, that good woman leave you, because you're not going to transfer all of that negative energy over into something or someone that the universe sent to help you, learn and grow. So, it just is what it is. This is some of the human flaws, human glitches that we all have experienced, and we all have to, go through and grow through, right? So I'm going to ask a simple question to everybody, okay? If the love of your life walked into your life right now, would you be ready? Would you be ready? Okay? Would you be ready? Some people are probably saying, oh, yeah, because that's all I'm waiting on. And I'm sure some people are saying, you know what? Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. Some people are probably saying, oh, well, I have mine. And then some people are saying, I don't even want it, been there, done that. I don't want that no more, blah, blah. And for those of you that are saying that, you never had real love. So if you're saying, if I asked you that question and your response was, oh, I don't want, then you never had it. Because anybody that's ever had it absolutely desires to have it again. Okay. So for those of you who are saying, oh, I don't want it, I'm not doing that again. That you're one of the ones that's not healed. And this little ritual that I'm about to show you guys would be very, very helpful for you. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get started. You don't need much. Okay. You need a pink candle. Okay, a pink candle. I know I'm in my dark setting, so you can't see how, you know, the real pinky pink this is. But it's just a, you know, like the baby girl pink, or the, what's it called? The, that's crazy right on the tip of my tongue. Like Barbie pink, okay? And then I have this is a smaller one. I want to say this is probably about a 5-inch, 6-inch, and this is a 10-inch, okay? So you would want to work with the smaller one if this is something that you're just going to do for the moment, because this will burn anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, and maybe even an hour, depending on if you have drafts in your home, you know, or if your guides show up and begin to, you know, flame it away, or if you're resistant, you know, all of that good stuff. It's a lot of things that play in to how candles burn, okay? But of course, this was going to burn quicker, and this is a can be done, you know, at this moment, where this one is going to be somebody who's working. Maybe you're going to work a spell for 3 days, or you're going to work a spell. You really can, this one you can work as you choose, okay? Because you can light this, work with it 30 minutes a day. You know, it might take, to be honest, it might take 3 weeks to burn this whole candle down, just depending on how often you choose to work with it. But I have both of these up here because when you're doing love spells, love rituals, sometimes you want to work with a small one, especially if you're working with a particular moon event, or a particular, like some type of, if this was 11/11 or 12/12 or 7/7/7, you know, some type of specific date, some type of specific cosmic event, and you want to get the energy of that particular day, then of course this is the one you want to work with. But if you're not trying to line it up with any type of cosmic frequency, no type of numerology, you're just trying to work on, you know, tapping back into love, then I would suggest this one, because you can light it up during your 30 minutes meditation times, or, you know, you can set it up however you choose, okay? I hope that everybody is taking time out daily to send love to themselves and to call love into themselves. But, you know, sometimes people don't have time, and sometimes they do. I just suggest that you make time. So anyway, you know, I don't want to stay on that, but I did want to show you the difference in the candles. I personally wouldn't use a glass candle for this particular spell, because it's just, you want to be hands-on with it. Spell candles, glass candles are more so used for 5 to 7 day rituals, more long rituals, okay? Something that you're going to call in over, again, if you're working with particular moon phases or particular cosmic events, okay? So because we are under this new moon in Aquarius energy, I just feel like this is one of the times where you could really use this smaller taper candle and work the energy of newness, okay? Work the energy of newness. These type of spells don't require the full moon energy. The full moon would be entirely too strong for this. You want love to come in soft. You want it to flow, and you want it to grow, okay? So new moon energy is really good for love spells. So again, you're only going to need a candle, whatever size you choose. Just make sure it's, you know, not in a glass. I don't have a pink votive candle, but you also could use the little, you know, the little votive candles as well. But taper. The next item you would need is oil. So you can use rose oil, okay? That's really all you need. But since I'm such an overdoer, I'm going to use a little bit of rose, a little bit of pomegranate oil. And for those of you, now I personally wouldn't use this if you're working on just loving you to the highest vibration. But if you're trying to connect to someone, or you want to attract a particular person or a particular type of person, then you can put a little come to me oil on there as well, okay? I sell my own personal come to me oil. It's not up here. Or you can go to any of your metaphysics shops, any of your witchy shops. Everybody sells a Come To Me oil, okay? Or get creative and make your own. Y'all know I'm really big on, you know, supporting you making your own. If you're watching this on Instagram, y'all are about to be finished. You know, it's only giving me 15 minutes with y'all. Go over to my YouTube channel to finish watching the rest of this video, okay? So, but yes, so your oils, and the next thing would be rose petals, okay? Rose petals. So I just have a little vial of rose petals. Now, I would like for you guys to stick with just these items. If you get to adding too much, then you take away from the not the innocence, but just the simplicity of this particular love spell, okay? It doesn't call for a lot, because guess what? Real love doesn't call for a lot. Real love just calls for you to be pure and open, okay? So you really just want to stick with that, okay? Now, for those of you who are over the top witches like myself, I know some of you are probably going to add other things, okay? And that's okay too, but I think I'm more so reaching out and speaking to maybe the newbies, okay? Or maybe those of you who are not, you may not be new to the spiritual journey. You may not be new to candle magic, but say you're new to this particular type of candle magic, okay? I want to keep it very, very simple. So I'm not actually going to go through with the spell on here, but I am going to walk you guys through how I would do it. So it doesn't matter which candle you get, okay? Either way, you want to write into your candle, okay? You scribe or you carve, same thing, into your candle. You want to scribe high vibrational words, okay? And it can literally be something as simple as love. Ta-da! You can scribe love into the candle. You can happiness, okay? Wholeness. Think about how you would feel if you had the love that you desired. Think about a few words that you would feel exhilarating, okay? Or euphoric. Okay, you want to think, because when you use one worders that are high vibrational and you put them on this candle, you will see exactly what you said. Okay, if you get to doing too much, I want to love to make me feel just too much. Okay, that's too much. You don't need to do a lot when you're doing any candle magic. You need to be direct and straight to the point on what it is that you're seeking when you are doing candle magic, okay? So again, you're going to scribe the words. It doesn't really matter. Some people say, write the words up toward the wick. If you want to get technical like that, you can. It doesn't matter. This is a high vibrational spell. So no matter how you put these words on there, you're moving in a high vibration. Your thoughts are going to be high vibrational. Your hands are going to be high vibrational. Disclaimer. I'm assuming that everybody would have washed their hands and maybe even put anointing oil on their hands. Never sit down at your sacred space to do any kind of magic with dirty hands or dirty energy. So if you've been out all day, you've been at work all day, your kids, whoever done pissed you off, sage, get that energy up off of you before you sit down to do any magic. Okay? So again, it would be no different with the big candle. You would scribe. Now, of course, you have more room to scribe, so you could put anything and everything. I mean, you could, every one worder that you could think of when it comes to love and how it would make you feel to have it for thyself or to be able to receive it and give it to someone else. You'll be able to put all of that on this one. But here, of course, I'm always able to get at least 5 words on here, okay? And I'm left-handed, so a lot of my writing comes out big and gawky. Left-handed people, y'all know what I mean. But you'll be able to get a good 5 words on, going around and around. So once you get your words scribed, and the whole time that you're doing that, I hope that you're really tapping into the energy of what you're saying. Don't just do shit, just to be doing it, y'all. I always tell y'all, be intentional and be deliberate in what you're doing and what you're saying. So the whole time you're scribing, hopefully you got your candles going, you got your incense going. You may even have some good love music going in the back, or just something that makes you feel very in alignment with love, okay? And you're thinking, you're creating, you're visioning how this is going to feel and how this is going to look once you get it. Okay, I'm teaching y'all how to attract the life you want, how to create your reality. Okay, so, and I know most of you guys, this is not the first time I've made videos like this. I may not have always done love videos, but when I do my money things, when I just come on and just be speaking, and I'm sure you've seen other videos or other practitioners, teach you how to do this. So guys, don't sleep on your powers. Okay. So anyway, once it's scribed, then you want to take your oil, okay? You want to take your oil, and that's the next thing you want to drop on it. You want to drop your oil. Now, I would have a plate here if I was actually going to be doing this. I would have some kind of little plate to catch, the oil, because you want to get it nice and saturated with the oil, okay? Again, everything that touches this candle after you scribe it, you need to be talking to it. You want to be telling the oil that it's going to provide a very smooth and silky energy to allow this love to come into you and to allow you to come into the love. Okay, so because oil plays the role of a fluid, of a liquid, of a water. Okay, and it's going to help things flow into your existence under grace and in a perfect way. Okay. Now, if you had more than one oil, then you would go ahead and, proceed to put your next oil on there. Like, again, once I'm done talking to y'all, I'm going to go into doing this, because I do a love spell for myself regularly. Okay. I had a good friend of mine ask me, why am I still single? I do all these love spells, and why am I still single? And I say, because I'm picky, I know what I want. So I'm not single because I don't meet men. I meet men all the time, and they're lovely. They're very attracted to me. I move in my feminine energy, so I know how to pull a man. That's not the problem. The problem is I'm picky, and I know exactly what I want, okay? I'm not one of these women who don't know what they want to eat. I'm not one of these women that a man says, she don't never know what she want. No, you ask me what I want, I know exactly what I want. When I go to a restaurant, I know exactly what I want. If you ask me, what do you want to eat? I can tell you exactly what I want, what restaurant got it. So I'm the same way with men. I know what kind of man I want. I know what turns me on, okay? So when I do my love spells are just to keep me open, okay? And to keep me in alignment with the vibration, whether I'm giving it to a child, my parents, my family, a stranger, when I come on here and talk to y'all. So it's just, that's why I do them, okay? Because I love to stay in my Venusian energy. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. I'm a Taurus woman. When I have to go dark, when I have to go into maleficent mode, even though I can do it easily and effortlessly, I don't like to go there because my true energy is very Venusian, okay? I'm very, very loving and very lovable, but I'm also quickly pissed, okay? So it's very easy for me to tap that other side. So that's another reason why I'm very cautious of who I'm around and the type of energies that I allow into my life, because it does not take me long to snap over into maleficent mode, okay? And just like I can come on here and call in love and call in some of the ooey gooey great energies that are available, I can also summon some of the darkest, okay? So me staying in this love light is very important for me. Okay, also staying away from people who because see, I've met men, okay, and even a few females that like that dark energy, so they'll do and say certain things or, to pull you. So you have to be very careful of the people you are around. You never know what kind of entities are living on and in them that desire and crave your dark energy, okay? So once you get your oils on your candles, good people, then you want to sprinkle your herbs, okay? You want to sprinkle your herb, your dried flower. You can do lovage, you can do lavender, you can do chamomile, you can do jasmine. All of those are different dried herbs that would also help call in this soft energy, okay? This energy of love. Because remember, it's simple. It doesn't have to be a lot, okay? You don't have to pack this thing full of 8 or 9 different herbs, okay? If you didn't want to just use rose, and maybe you wanted to add one more, I would say rose and jasmine. Okay, I'm a lover of jasmine, so that's why I say jasmine. But jasmine is lovely. Okay, and just do your own research. Okay, do your own research. I don't like to tell people exactly what to do. I like for people to research and find what works for them. But those are my two suggestions. But by the time you finish with this candle, you know, it's going to be, you know, nice and oily, and then you're going to have your herbs on it. Hopefully you'll have a fireproof plate or pot right here that you'll have this on. You guys practice fire safety. I don't ever want to come on here and find out that you done burnt some shit up because you didn't practice fire safety. Okay, so I always practice fire safety. Everybody knows about fire safety. But again, once you're done, you're going to have your candle in front of you, right? It's going to be on your fireproof plate. It's going to be all dressed up and ready for you. Before you light it up, I would kind of put my hands around it and empower and push more energy, because the more energy you push, the more energy you're going to receive from it, right? So you can say whatever is on your heart to say, or you can simply say something like, I open my heart to love and I call on, if you work with any deities or any angels, now would be a good time to say who you call on. Some of you are going to work with Oshun. Some of you, Oshun is your love deity. So you would say that, I open my heart to love and I call on the energy of Oshun. Okay, somebody's going to work with Aphrodite. Somebody's going to work with Venus. Somebody's going to work with the different archangels, or maybe Gabriel or Chamuel, Chamuel. I think that's how you pronounce his name, but he's another love deity. He works with opening up gates for you to receive and give love, right? But you call on, and for those of you who are Christian and you want to call on Jesus, call on whoever. You can even say your own name. You can call on your higher self. You can say, I open my heart to love and I call on my highest self, and then say your name. Okay, and then the rest of that will go into something like, because what you're doing is you're calling in the energies of your higher self, or these deities, archangels, whatever, to help you remove blockages. Okay, that's what this love spell is about. It's helping you remove blockages. So you could say something like, I call on yada 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 to help me remove any blockages from my heart space. Okay, from my heart space. Now, in the highest of good and all, okay? In the highest of good, for the highest, I'm sorry, and you can even, you can say a particular person's name when after you say to remove any blockages from my heart right now, for the highest good of myself, and then name that person, okay? For the highest good of Empress Nuku and my love Jimmy James Brown, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So you can tailor it to a particular name if you are going to do this spell to call in, to attract, or you can just say for the highest good of all, okay? So you can make this your own when it comes to the wordage, okay? When it comes to the wordage. So again, after you finish pushing all of that energy into it, go ahead and light it, okay? Now, I'm a big 3-6-9 woman, so I will probably repeat this. I open my heart, okay, to love, and I call on, if I was going to call on somebody, I would say that whole spiel 3 times. Now, I know I said it very fastly, but you don't, and I say it fast because you don't have to say what I said, okay? That's just what I say. But you can say your own things. You don't have to, it doesn't have to align with anything that I just said. You can use your own words, okay? Get in Psalms and find a Psalms, if you are a big Psalms person, that aligns with, you know, what you're seeking as far as love is concerned. I personally would suggest that you find your own words, because your own words are going to come through with so much passion and so much potency, because it's your shit. It's what you feel. It's what you want. So there's more purpose and more direction in your own words, right? So very easy spell. Okay, sit with this. Don't do all of that, light it up, and then walk away. No, you need to sit with this one. Okay, and watch this thing burn. Look at your flame. Watch if it begins to smoke. Look and see if your flame is going up and down. If the flame is very minute, or if it's enlarged. All of that stuff means something. Okay. Now, if you're going to be one of the ones that's going to use the 10-inch or the 8-inch taper candles, if you're going to do it for 10, 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, sit with it. Okay, sit with your work. Y'all not seeing results because you too impulsive. You think since you sat down and did some shit and dressed it real quick and said something, then you got up and now you in the kitchen, on the phone, watching TV, whatever you got going on. Now your energy has been diverted. Your attention has been diverted. You're distracted. Magic comes and works because you're giving it your all. Okay, what's the little saying? Where attention goes, energy flows. Y'all, that is the truest of the true. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I know I went, really, really fast. It's not one of those, and then I didn't, y'all didn't actually see me go through each step and actually do it, but I think I said enough for you guys to understand how to construct it and how to work it. Okay. For those of you who are going to do this one, just make sure you have same thing, safety first, fire safety. So have I have this is mine. Okay. So, mine would sit in here. Okay. And I would work this 10, 15 minutes a day, 30, 40 minutes a day, however I choose. Or if it's going to be this one, if I don't, I have a few little candle holders, but I actually like to light the bottom of mine and stick them on plates because I like to read my wax. So, that's a whole nother thing. So, but just whatever you do, just make sure you're sitting with it and pushing all of your energy and all of your intention into it. And then once it's complete, stay in that energy. If you encounter something that brings you out of the energy that you felt while you were doing your magic, get away from it. I don't care if it's your children. If they doing something, saying something that brings you out of alignment with the energy that you just pushed into your magic, get away from them. Tell them to go outside and play. Tell them to go up in their room or leave. If you got somebody that can stay there with them, get in your car and leave. Try your damnedest to stay in this energy, okay? Because the longer you can stay in the energy that you created for the spell, the more attractive you'll become. You will attract that which you said. But the very minute you step out of this energy and then you stay in the opposite of it, the more times you're going to have to do this, okay? Because at some point, you want to be able to, you don't want to have to always do these, okay? And if you do, it shouldn't be because you're having to restart. It should only be because you just like to stay up there, okay? It's a lot of people have to continue to redo spells over and over and over because they dwindle too far away from the energy. So now you can't even feel your magic no more. So now you got to start it all over again. Okay. So do your due diligence. Okay, good people, and try to stay in alignment. I know that's hard. But that's where your crystals and your oils and your sage and your sigils in your hands, everything that you got to do to remind yourself that I am love and I am moving in love. I am lovable. I am loving. I deserve top tier love. I am opulent, radiant, energetic, and everything about me will call in that which I have called to. Okay. So again, I hope everybody has enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. You are welcome to DM me if you have any questions. If you want me to do this for you, I do offer candle magic spells. I do, but I also urge people to do it themselves. Okay. My power, I am powerful. And don't get me wrong, but my power works 1000% for me. It can't work 1000% for you. It's going to work for you, but you have to be willing to do the work outside of what I may do for you in order to reach that 1000%. Or you can do it yourself. Okay. But sometimes people need a little push. Okay. So I understand that. So I don't mind lending my energy to help you, you know, push you up the love hill a little bit. Okay. So if you need some work done, you can always DM me, and then, you know, we exchange numbers and we go from there and talk about that. But this here is something that you guys can do all on your own. It's very effective, especially if you do exactly what I have said. Sit with it and then remain in that energy. Okay. Don't leave the throne. Okay. Stay in that energy as long as you can. And if you feel yourself moving away from it, that's why this one's really good, because anytime you feel yourself moving away from it, you can always come, you know, at the end of your day, you know, once you get the keys in the bed. If you don't have no keys, once you just finish ripping and running, you can come and sit back with your more, you know, this particular one, and just call it back to you. Call back out to it. Okay. So I am going to end this video here. If you have stayed with me for the 35 minutes that this video lasted, then I thank you. May you receive it all back, and enjoy this new moon energy. It's in Aquarius, so it's very creative, it's very innovative, and it's very intentional energy. You can call in whatever your mind thinks right now, okay? So do that. Okay? Don't let somebody else use your mind and use your power. You use your mind and use your power. Namaste, good people.